Hello and welcome students again in the statistics chapter 1, that is collection of data. Today I am with you students with a new topic. The topic in today's video lecture is sources of secondary data. This particular topic provided on textbook page number 9 and 10. So students, please open your textbook page number 9 and 10. Now, as we all studied the primary data and secondary data. The primary data which is collected by the very first time by researcher or numerator, any organization or agency. But the secondary data, my dear friends, is the data which is collected by any agency or organization or institution, and that can be reused by researcher for our own purpose. Students, in research, the secondary data also plays an important role. So many researches are based on secondary data, not only on primary data. So, this is important to us to know about from which sources we can collect the secondary data. So, please open your textbook, page number 9 and page number 10, sources of secondary data. The first source is government publications. In government, students, there are central government and also state government is also there. See, the government collect so many data like annual birth rate, like annual death rate, like population, like distribution of the population, that religion wise, how many Hindus are there, how many Muslims are there, how many other castes, Christians and other castes are there. That is also allocation is provided in the data form by the government. So central government, students, as well as state government provide the different data. Suppose I have to do some research work, okay? Then I can take directly data from that particular government publication. Then this data is secondary data for me. Clear? So government publication is one of the source for secondary data. I would like to give you 2-3 examples like CSO. The full form of CSO is Central Statistical Organization, which provide the statistical data of the whole country. CSO. Sometimes if you read the newspaper or any article and if you properly observe in that particular article, then at last they write down source CSO. Source CSO means they take that data from CSO, that is CSO means Central Statistical Organization. It is the agency of central government to provide the statistical data. We can use that data, but we clearly mention the source. Whenever students, we use any of secondary data from any particular journal or periodicals or newspaper or government organization or semi-government organization, clearly we have to mention the source, that I have taken the data from this particular source. So we have to write the source. Otherwise it is intellectual theft. हिंदी में इसको कहते हैं प्रज्ञा चोरी. ये नहीं करनी चाहिए. हमने किसी की बात किसी से सीखी है और वो हम अपने आप पे चढ़ा के अपने नाम पे बोल दे, That is called intellectual theft, my friends. रबिया चोरी. For example, किसी और का शेयर हो, शेयर शायरी होती है ना, और वो शेयर लिख के हम अपना नीचे नाम लिखते हैं. That is not the proper thing. We have to we can use the share of another, we can use the information of another person, but we must clearly mention the name or source of that particular person, that we can collect the data from this source. The another governmental organization is NSSO, that is National Sample Survey Organization. This is helpful in 1 mark MCQ also to you. So I clearly give you the full form of this particular. National Sample Survey Organization, also national agency, central government agency, which also provide the numerical data. So we can use that particular data, but we have to mention the source. So this is another example of government publication as a secondary data. And third example is ICAR. ICAR means Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Suppose we want to do any type of research, particularly in the agriculture sector, and we want the agricultural data, then this is the best source of central government. From Indian Council of Agriculture Research, you can able to see the different researches made in the field of agriculture by the central government. You can observe the different type of situation of crops at our country, Bharat. You can able to see the different type of researches, different type of dissertations, papers, theses which are made for the improvement of agriculture sector. This is another secondary data source which is called ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. These are the examples of government publications. Students, the second source of secondary data is semi-government publications. Sir, semi-government means the organization in which the government is not the full stakeholder or not the full owner. Some part is in the hand of the government. Then such organizations, such institutions are called semi-governmental organizations. Such semi-governmental organizations also have their own publications. And from the publication of semi-government organization, we can also collect the secondary data. But as I said earlier, clearly mention the source of that particular data. Now, which are such semi-governmental organizations of publication? Like LIC, as we all know, जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद, Life Insurance Corporation. This is called semi-governmental organization. LIC have their own publications. From that we can collect the data and we can know more about the insurance sector. So we can use it as a source of secondary data. Like state electricity boards. Nowadays the boards are converted into the company. So we have PGVCL here, like Paschim Gujarat, which company limited. Different 7 companies are there. Earlier it was electricity board. Earlier it was GEB. Yet so many people yet say it is GEB. GEB means Gujarat Electricity Board. But now that board is converted into the different 7 companies. Like PGVCL, Dakshin Gujarat Wijh Company Limited. In our Saurashtra region, we have PGVCL, Paschim Gujarat Wijh Company Limited. So these energy sector companies also provide the data. We can use such data as a secondary data and we can do our research more on it with their source. First, government publications. Second is semi-government publication. The third is international publications. See, there are few international publications are also there which provide us the different data. The international publications also provide us the different data, and we can use and collect the data from such international publication also, and we can use this data for our research, for our work as a source of secondary data. Sir, which type of international publications are there? First, the publications which are declared by UNO. UNO means United Nations Organization. I repeat this, UNO, United Nations Organization. UNO provides the different data which we can use for our research work, or for our purpose, whatever purpose we have behind it, that purpose we can use that particular data of UNO, United Nations Organization. The another international publications like is IMF, International Monetary Fund, the fund which provides monetary help to all the countries of world, including our Bharat. Then such organization is called IMF, International Monetary Fund. So International Monetary Fund also provide different publications, different data, the loan taken by different countries of the world, which are the interest payable by different countries of the world. Such IMF also have publications, and from that publication also we can collect secondary data. Then ILO. ILO means International Labour Organization. International Labour Organization. Suppose we want the information related to the labor, situation of labor in the country, or the economic situation of labor in the country, how much upward is there in the situation of labor of the country, or downward trend is going on. Whichever the actual situation of labor with international aspect, with international standards that we want to know, then we can refer the publications of International Labour Organization, and we can use it as a source of secondary data. WHO. Nowadays, the WHO is so much as in discussion in day-to-day news. We daily observe the different guidelines and different guidance of WHO. The full form of WHO is World Health Organization. I repeat this, the full form of WHO is World Health Organization. As per the name, this particular organization works for the health scenario of the whole world. Like different information related to different disease, like information related to different vaccines, like death rate, child death rate, birth rate, the world level standard for health, healthy living, social health, mental health, emotional health. The different projects are there on which WHO is working. And this WHO, World Health Organization, is an international publications by which we can cover and use the secondary data as for our research. The fourth aspect is reports of research organization. See, so many research organizations are also working for industry, for education, and for different type of purposes. Different organizations which are working for research and doing specifically research on specific topic. For example, ATINA. The full form of ATINA is Ahmedabad Textile Institute of Research Association. Ahmedabad Textile Industry Research Association, which is shortly known as ATIRA. What ATIRA did? ATIRA do research on textile industry, like SICK textile units, which are the reasons for textile industry becomes SICK, textile unit becomes SICK, which are the different measures by which the SICK industry can convert into the good or healthy industry, which are the different flows of textile industry, which are the modern aspect of textile industry. These all aspects are in that area of ATIRA. So such research organizations who are doing different researches for industry, for education, they are also providing us the secondary data, and by that particular secondary data we can also apply in our research, and we can use the source of secondary data from it. Like PRL, that is Physical Research Laboratory. Physical Research Laboratory students do the different researches on physical aspect, like physical health, like physical stamina, like physical well-being of a people, and different research on physical aspect, not only body aspect, but physical aspect of industry also, physical farewell of industry also. They are doing different type of researches. Such research organizations also have their different publications, and on the basis of that publication we can collect the data and we can use it as the source of the secondary data. The another source of secondary data is local self-government institution. Local self-government institution means we have municipal corporation, like in our Jamnagar we have Mahanagarpalika. So Jamnagar Mahanagar Municipal Corporation is a local self-government body. Jilla Panchayat, different Taluka Panchayat are there. Sometimes some autonomous universities, educational universities are also there. Sometimes some of the autonomous educational institutions are also there, which are also doing different type of researches. And on the basis of that particular researches, they also provide the data, they also provide the researches, they also provide the different aspects or scenario of the society. Then such local self-government institutions like Jilla Panchayat agriculture universities, like in Junagadh for example, there is a Krushi University is there. In Krushi University they provide total 128 types of mangoes, different types of mangoes, and they have different characteristics of different mangoes. They publish it, the data is available. We can use it as a secondary data. For example, in our Jamnagar, there is a separate Ayurveda university is there. They provide so many data about different type of vanaspatis. In Ayurveda, there are different vanaspatis which cures the different type of disease. So Ayurveda University publishes so many, their weekly is also there, their yearly periodicals is also there. From different universities, autonomous educational institution, autonomous educational universities, municipal corporation, Jilla Panchayat, Taluka Panchayat also publishes their own data. And we can use that particular data as our source of secondary data. Then next, students, is publications of business and commerce organizations. Like ICA, there are so many business organizations also there, and there are so many publications of commerce and business industry related organizations like ICAI. The full form of ICAI is Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, which are established in 1949. If we are businessmen and we want to know the different tax related reforms, like GST is there nowadays. So what are the different aspects, different changes, GST rate changes, how to maintain or keeps our books of accounts, different changes anyone wants to refer, then they can refer the journal which is provided by ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Like that, one organization is ICSI, that is Indian Company Secretary Institution, which is also the journal which also provides the different journals for company secretary, those who want to become the company secretary. So ICAI, the information related to company secretary, they also have their periodicals, their journals, and from that also we can take the secondary data. Foreign Trade Review is another type of business and commerce organization publication. Foreign Trade Review, which provides us the information of foreign trade, the situation or circumstances of imports, the situation of circumstances of exports, global trade scenario, global demand, global aspects, and different foreign trade related reviews are provided in this particular publication of business and commerce. So we can use that particular data, foreign trade review, as also our secondary data source. Now, 7, but not last, because 8th type is also there, which I write on the right hand side of the board. That is, the 8th number is unpublished data. The data which is not published, unpublished data. Students, the 7th type is newspapers and periodicals. As in our country, we have so many newspapers there, periodicals are also there. We daily read the newspaper and periodicals. From such newspapers and periodicals, also we can able to get the different information, and we can also use that information as our source of secondary data. Some of the example of such newspapers and periodicals are Business Today, one of the leading periodicals of Bharat for businessmen, for business data, which provides different business data to us. That is Business Today, Financial Express, Economic Times, business journals. These all are the different newspapers or periodicals from which also we can collect our secondary data. If our eyes and our mind is open, then we can collect the secondary data from anywhere. The last is unpublished data. Students, there are some unpublished data is also there, which is also the source of secondary data, like PhD thesis. Suppose I have done my PhD in corporate hospitals of Gujarat. So I also publish my thesis work, I do my research work on it, and I also publish the particular thesis. But it is not published by any journal or any newspaper, it is unpublished, only published by me. Such data is also helpful as a source. Suppose anyone wants to do the research on corporate hospitals, further research, then they can use my data also, which is the source of unpublished data. So many journals are there, so many researches are there, so many dissertations are there which are made in the MPhil or MAd level for education purpose, for industry purpose, for any other, like project reports we prepare in MBS, Master of Business Administration. We prepare different projects In MA, we prepare different dissertation. In MPhil level, we prepare different dissertation. In PhD level, we prepare different thesis. These all are the example of unpublished data. The data which is not actually published, unpublished data. That is also the source of secondary data for us. So student, as per our point in today's video lecture, fast recap within 2-3 minutes. In today's video lecture, I explain you the sources of secondary data which is provided on your page number 9 and 10 of your textbook. Statistics part 1, chapter 1, collection of data. The different types or sources of secondary data are government publications, in which we learn CSO, Central Statistical Organization, NSSO, that is National Sample Survey Organization, ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. You can write down this also in your notebook, even though it is provided in your textbook. Semi-government publications like LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, state electricity boards, etc. I give you the example of PGVCL. International publications like United Nations Organization, IMF, International Monetary Fund, ILO, International Labour Organization, WHO, World Health Organization is the secondary data of international publications. Reports of research organizations like ATIRA, Ahmedabad Textile Industry Research Association, PRL, that is Physical Research Laboratory, which also provides different secondary data. Fifth, that is local self-government institutions and autonomous educational universities or educational institutions like municipal corporation, Jilla Panchayat, Taluka Panchayat, or different agriculture universities. Publications of business and commerce organization, that is also the source of secondary data. ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Foreign Trade Review are the example of it. Then seventh data is newspapers and periodicals. The newspapers like Business Today, Financial Express, Economic Times, business journals are the different examples of different newspapers and periodicals for secondary data. And last, I explain you the unpublished data, the data which are prepared by thesis or by dissertation by so many researchers, which are actually not published, which are unpublished data, but that is also the source of our secondary data. So students, the source of secondary data generally asked in 5-mark questions in detail in section F of your statistics paper 11th standard, chapter 1, collection of data. So prepare this particular topic perfectly. In next video lecture, I would definitely explain you the different precautions while we have to use the secondary data. Then different precautions we have to use while using the secondary data. Then which are the different precautions for using secondary data that I explain you in the next video lecture. I am confident that you all are able to understand the different type of source of secondary data explained by me properly to you. And if you have any query or any question, then feel free to ask me personally at my WhatsApp number, and it is 942872663. If you have any query, then write your name and ask question to me at my WhatsApp number. then I definitely solve that particular query or question to you and explain you properly. So stay at home, study at home, and properly keep the do the attention in all the video lectures. My WhatsApp number is 94287 26263. Thanks for your cooperation. Thank you, students.